Have you ever walked into a room and immediately noticed a woman who looked just different? Not because her outfit was expensive, not because she was wearing the most jewelry, not because she was overdressed or trying too hard, but because she looked composed, polished, quietly confident, like she had figured out something that most women are still searching for. And the strange thing? The closer you look, the simpler she appears. She's not draped in accessories. She's not layered in gold. She's not wearing 5 bracelets and 3 rings and a statement necklace all at once. She's wearing 2 things. Just 2. And somehow, she looks more elegant than every other woman in the room. That's the power of the 2 accessory rule. And today, I'm going to break it down for you completely. Because once you understand why it works, not just what it is, but why it works on a deep psychological and aesthetic level, you will never get dressed the same way again. So stay with me, because this is the kind of video that changes the way you look at your wardrobe, your mirror, and honestly, yourself.
Let's start at the beginning. Most of us were never taught how to accessorize. We were taught how to buy. We were taught how to collect. We were told more is more. More color, more sparkle, more statement. Because fashion marketing benefits when you buy more. But here's what the most elegant women in the world figured out a long time ago. More is not more. Intentional is more. There is a reason why the women we describe as effortlessly elegant always seem to have restraint. There is a reason why old money style, quiet luxury, and classic European fashion all share the same thread: simplicity in decoration, richness in quality. The 2 accessory rule is not a trend. It's not something that came out of TikTok or Instagram Reels. It is a principle, a timeless, almost architectural principle that the most stylish women, from Audrey Hepburn to Grace Kelly to the quietly elegant women you admire in your own life, have been practicing for decades, whether they consciously named it or not. And here is what it says. Choose 2 accessories. Make them count. Let everything else breathe. That's it. But of course, as with all things elegant, the simplicity on the surface hides a depth of understanding underneath. So let's go through it piece by piece, because the way you apply this rule will depend entirely on understanding the principles behind it.
Rule number 1. The 2 accessory rule is about visual hierarchy, and most women get this completely wrong. Here's something I want you to picture. You're looking at a painting, a beautiful painting. Rich colors, interesting composition, compelling subject. Now imagine that painting with 15 different focal points, 15 places the artist is trying to draw your eye at once. Every corner is dramatic. Every detail is shouting for attention. What happens? You feel overwhelmed, exhausted. You don't know where to look. And instead of walking away feeling like you've experienced something beautiful, you walk away feeling cluttered. Now imagine the same painting. 1 strong focal point, 1 supporting element, the rest in beautiful, confident negative space. Your eye knows exactly where to go. You feel calm. You feel satisfied. You remember it. That is what the 2 accessory rule does for your outfit and for the impression you make when you walk into a room. When you wear too many accessories, you are asking the people around you to process too much visual information at once. And here is the thing that nobody tells you. When someone is overwhelmed by what you're wearing, they don't actually see you. They see the accessories. They see the noise. But when you wear 2 well-chosen pieces, they see you. They see your face, your posture, your presence. The accessories become a frame, not the painting. And that is exactly what elegant women understand that others don't. Your goal when you get dressed is not to decorate yourself as much as possible. Your goal is to enhance what is already there, your natural beauty, your presence, your character, and let that speak. 2 accessories, a frame, not a distraction. This is the first reason the rule works, and it's the most important one.
Rule number 2. The 2-accessory rule forces you to choose quality over quantity, and that shift alone will transform how you look. Let me ask you something honest. How many accessories do you own that you genuinely love, that make you feel like the best version of yourself every single time you put them on? Now, compare that to how many accessories you own overall. If you're anything like most women, there is a significant gap between those two numbers. Because we live in a world of fast fashion accessories, cheap jewelry that tarnishes, synthetic scarves that pill, plastic handbags that look beautiful on a shelf, but feel hollow in real life. And when we have a lot of accessories, we never have to make a decision. We just layer and pile and hope something works. But the 2-accessory rule forces a different kind of thinking. When you know you are only going to wear 2 things, you start asking different questions. You stop asking, which of these should I add? And you start asking, which of these is worthy of being one of my 2? That is a completely different standard. And when you hold your accessories to that standard, something magical happens. You start reaching for the pieces that are truly beautiful, truly well-made, truly you. Maybe it's a simple gold chain that your mother gave you. Maybe it's a classic leather belt that you spent 3 months saving for because you knew it was worth it. Maybe it's pearl earrings that you bought on a trip that meant something to you. These are the pieces that elevate an outfit, not because they are the most expensive, but because they carry weight, emotional, aesthetic, personal weight. When you commit to 2 accessories, you commit to intentionality. And intentionality, more than any price tag, is what separates elegant style from ordinary style. So here is your assignment after this video. Go to your jewelry box, your accessory drawer, your handbag collection, and ask yourself, if I could only keep 2 pieces for the rest of this year, what would they be? That answer will tell you everything you need to know about what your style is actually trying to say. Rule number 3. The 2-accessory rule respects the power of contrast. And this is the secret to why it looks so effortless. Now, here is where we go a little deeper. Because the 2-accessory rule isn't just about wearing fewer things. It's about understanding contrast and how contrast creates beauty. Think about this. When every element of an outfit is equally decorated, equally detailed, equally adorned, the whole look becomes flat. There is no tension, no interest, no pull. But when you have a simple, clean outfit, a white button-down shirt, straight-leg trousers, clean flats, and then you add one beautiful, intentional accessory, suddenly there is contrast. There is a relationship between the simplicity of the clothing and the elegance of the accessory. And that relationship is interesting. That relationship is what people notice. The 2-accessory rule works with this principle beautifully. 2 accessories allow you to create a visual relationship, a call and response within your outfit. One piece anchors the look. The second piece completes it. For example, a delicate gold necklace at the collarbone, and then a simple, elegant watch on the wrist. The necklace draws attention to the face and the neckline, the most expressive part of your body. The watch grounds the wrist with a quiet signal of structure and refinement. Between the two, the outfit has a beginning and an end, a logic, a harmony. Or consider this: pearl stud earrings, classic, feminine, timeless, and a structured leather handbag in camel or chocolate brown. The earrings give softness. The bag gives architecture. Together, effortlessly elegant. This is not an accident. Elegant women learn, consciously or instinctively, how to pair 2 accessories in a way that creates balance without trying to explain itself. It just works. And the reason it looks so effortless is because it is actually deeply intentional. The effort is in the thinking, not the adding. So when you apply the 2-accessory rule, I want you to think about your 2 choices as a pair. Ask yourself, do these 2 things have a relationship?
Does one give softness where the other gives structure? Does one go near the face where the other grounds the body? When you make those two choices work together, the result is something that looks natural, considered, and quietly confident. Exactly the impression you want to leave.
Rule number 4. The 2-accessory rule is the language of quiet confidence, and confident women have always known this. Here's something I want to say that might feel a little unexpected. The way we accessorize tells people something about how we feel about ourselves. Women who wear too many accessories at once are often communicating without meaning to, a kind of insecurity. Not always, and not as a judgment, but overcrowding an outfit can sometimes be a way of filling space, of making sure there's enough, of compensating. Women who wear nothing at all sometimes disappear into their clothes. They understate themselves to the point of invisibility. But women who wear exactly 2 well-chosen accessories, they are communicating something very specific. They are saying, I know who I am. I don't need to shout. I've made my choices and I stand behind them. That is quiet confidence. And quiet confidence is the foundation of all true elegance. Think about the women you admire most, the ones who walk into a room and command attention without demanding it, the ones who seem to own their space without taking up too much of anyone else's. They are not wearing the most. They are not wearing the least. They are wearing exactly what they mean to wear. That is the message of the 2-accessory rule. Not, I couldn't afford more, not, I didn't have time, but I made a deliberate choice, and I'm comfortable with it. There is a kind of power in that, a quiet, unassuming, deeply attractive power. And here is what I find so beautiful about this principle. Anyone can practice it. Today, right now, with what you already own. You don't need to go shopping. You don't need to invest in new pieces. Though over time, you will naturally start gravitating toward quality over quantity once you adopt this mindset. You just need to make a decision. 2 accessories. The ones that feel most like you. The ones that honor your face, your body, your outfit, your intention for the day. And then, this is the most important part. Stop there. Rule number 5. How to actually apply the 2-accessory rule in real life, for every outfit, every occasion, every season. All right, let's get practical, because a principle is only as valuable as your ability to use it in your actual life. On Monday morning when you're getting dressed for work, on Saturday afternoon when you have dinner plans, on Sunday when you want to look put together but effortless. So let me walk you through how to apply the 2-accessory rule across different looks and scenarios. And as I do, I want you to notice something. Notice how often the most elegant choice is also the simplest one. For a work outfit, tailored trousers, a silk blouse, or a clean blazer, your 2 accessories might be a pair of simple gold hoop earrings and a sleek leather handbag. The earrings frame your face during meetings and video calls. They communicate that you are present and polished. The handbag signals organization, intention, and quiet professionalism. No necklace needed, no stacked bracelets, no statement ring. Just 2 pieces that each pull weight. For a casual weekend look, dark jeans, a white tee, and clean sneakers or loafers. Your 2 accessories might be a delicate pendant necklace and a classic watch. The necklace adds a touch of femininity to an otherwise neutral look. The watch gives it the quiet structure that elevates a simple outfit from ordinary to intentional. And here is something worth noticing. That look, the white tee, the dark jeans, the dainty necklace, the clean watch, is one of the most effortlessly elegant combinations in all of fashion. It works across ages, body types, and occasions, and it relies almost entirely on the 2-accessory rule. For an evening look, a little black dress, or a tailored midi skirt, your 2 accessories might be chandelier earrings and a simple clutch. The earrings do all the evening work. They catch the light, they frame the face,
They communicate that this is a special occasion. The clutch keeps it grounded and practical, without competing. Or, and this is a beautiful alternative, small pearl or diamond stud earrings and one truly exceptional bracelet or cuff. The studs keep the face clean and luminous. The cuff becomes the single statement piece that draws the eye with understated drama.
For a summer daytime look, a floral dress, or a linen cord, your two accessories might be simple gold huggy earrings and a raffia or woven bag. The earrings echo the warmth and lightness of the season. The bag adds texture and a relaxed elegance that feels completely at home in the heat. No scarf, no hat, no necklace, no bracelets. Just two things, and the look breathes. For a winter coat look, which is one of my favorite applications of this rule, a beautiful coat already does so much work. It is the statement. So your two accessories might be a classic scarf, cashmere, wool, silk, tucked elegantly at the collar, and simple stud earrings that peek out underneath. The scarf adds warmth, texture, and color without overwhelming the coat's clean lines. The earrings keep the face finished and polished, even when everything else is bundled up. Two things: complete look, no noise. Now, I want to address something that comes up whenever I talk about this rule, because I know someone is thinking it right now. But what about rings? Do rings count? What about if I wear a wedding band and an engagement ring? Is that already two accessories? Here's how I think about it. Rings are personal, sentimental. If you wear a ring or a set of rings that are part of your identity, your commitment, your history, your story, those don't count in the same way. They are part of who you are. The two accessory rule applies to intentional style choices, the things you add on top of the everyday pieces that are simply you. Think of it this way: the accessories you never take off, a wedding ring, a tiny solitaire, a gold chain you've worn every day for 10 years, those are part of your baseline. The two accessories you choose each morning are the ones that complete the outfit. Some women will adapt this rule to 2 additional accessories beyond my everyday pieces, and that is perfectly valid. The point is always the same: restraint, intention, and clarity. Rule number 6, the 2 accessory rule, and the science of first impressions, why it works on people immediately and instinctively. I want to take a moment here to talk about something that I find genuinely fascinating, because the 2 accessory rule isn't just a style choice, it is actually backed by the way human perception works. Research in visual psychology consistently shows that human beings process visual information in what's called a hierarchy. Our eyes naturally move from the most prominent element to the supporting elements, and then rest. When an outfit is over-accessorized, when there are too many competing visual elements, that hierarchy collapses. The brain can't settle. It keeps moving, keeps scanning, keeps trying to find a resting point. This creates a very specific feeling in the person looking at you. They may not be able to name it, but they will feel it. A subtle sense of agitation, a sense that something is too much. And that feeling, even felt unconsciously, affects how they perceive you. Now, flip that. When an outfit has 2 clear, harmonious accessories, the brain processes the look easily and quickly. It finds the hierarchy. It rests. And that ease of processing creates a feeling of pleasure, of order, of beauty. The person looking at you will not know why they feel this way. They will just think, there's something about her. They will find you elegant without being able to explain exactly why. That is the psychology behind quiet elegance. It doesn't announce itself, it settles comfortably in the mind and stays there. And here is one more piece of the science that I love. Studies in social perception show that people make judgments about confidence, competence, and character within the first few seconds of meeting someone. And one of the primary signals they use, how deliberate and intentional the person appears. A woman who has made clear, restrained, considered choices with her appearance communicates something very specific. She communicates self-awareness. She communicates that she knows herself.
And both of those things read as confidence, immediately, instinctively, powerfully. The two-accessory rule is not just fashion advice, it is social intelligence in wearable form. A moment to talk about what the two-accessory rule is not, because I think it's important to say this clearly. The two-accessory rule is not about minimalism for minimalism's sake. It is not about deprivation. It is not about being boring or disappearing. It is about intention. If you are someone who genuinely loves jewelry, who finds joy in layering, in self-expression through maximalist style, then this is not a rule that is telling you to stop being yourself. Maximalism can be beautiful. Maximalism can be elegant. The women who do it well are the ones who are intentional about it, who have a clear vision, who make every piece work. The two-accessory rule is particularly powerful for women who feel like they are getting dressed on autopilot, who pile on accessories because they're not sure what works, or because they feel like more will somehow cover the uncertainty. If that is you, and I say this with so much kindness, this rule is a gift. It will force you to slow down, to choose, to trust yourself. Because you already know which two pieces are the right ones. You've always known. You just haven't given yourself permission to trust that knowing.
Let's talk about the accessories that work hardest with this rule, because choosing the right two matters enormously. Not all accessories carry equal weight, and when you are working with only two, you want each one to be what I call a high-function piece. A high-function accessory does three things at once. It enhances a specific feature of your body or face, it communicates something specific about your personal style, and it works harmoniously with the rest of your outfit rather than competing with it. Here are some of the most powerful two-accessory combinations I want you to consider building into your wardrobe rotation. The classic pairing, earrings and a watch. This is possibly the most universally elegant combination across all ages, skin tones, and style preferences. Earrings draw attention upward to your face, your eyes, your expression. A watch grounds the look in quiet practicality and quiet luxury. Together, they say, I am present, I am polished, and I have somewhere important to be. The feminine pairing, necklace and earrings, but only if they relate. If you choose both a necklace and earrings, they must have a clear relationship, both delicate or both bold, but never competing. A fine gold chain with tiny stud earrings in the same metal, or an elegant pendant with clean gold hoops. The key is harmony. They should look like they know each other.
The architectural pairing, handbag and belt. For a more fashion-forward, put-together look, a structured handbag paired with a sleek leather belt is extraordinarily chic. No jewelry needed. The accessories speak to each other through material, color, and structure, and the result is incredibly pulled together. The soft power pairing, scarf and earrings. A well-tied silk or cashmere scarf paired with simple stud or small hoop earrings, the scarf provides color, texture, and a kind of narrative. It tells a story. The earrings keep the face finished. This combination is particularly beautiful in transitional seasons and carries a very distinct, literary kind of elegance. The statement pairing, one bold piece and one neutral anchor. For those of you who love a statement, a beautiful cocktail ring, a bold cuff, a dramatic earring, the two-accessory rule actually allows you to wear that piece in its full glory. Pair it with one quiet, neutral anchor, a simple watch, a plain leather bag, a clean metal stud, and let the statement breathe. This is how you wear drama elegantly. You give it space.
The final takeaway, and the one thing I want you to remember from this entire video, we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about visual hierarchy and why the eye craves simplicity and contrast. We talked about quality over quantity and how intentionality is the real luxury. We talked about the psychology of first impressions and what restraint communicates about your character. We talked about how to apply this rule across every outfit, every season, every occasion in your real, actual life. But if there is one thing, just one, that I want you to carry with you when you close this video and go stand in front of your mirror, it is this. Elegance is not about having more. It is about knowing what is enough. The 2-accessory rule gives you a framework for that knowing. It gives you a daily practice of choosing, of trusting yourself, of standing behind your decisions with quiet confidence. And over time, as you practice this, as you train your eye and refine your taste, and learn which 2 accessories feel most authentically like you, something shifts. Getting dressed stops feeling like a performance. It starts feeling like an expression. You stop chasing trends and start building a style that is entirely your own. You stop accessorizing to compensate and start accessorizing to celebrate. And the woman you see in the mirror starts to look a little more like the woman you've always known yourself to be. That is what this rule is really about. Not just how you look, but how you see yourself.
If this video gave you something, a new way of thinking, a moment of recognition, a feeling of, yes, this is what I've been trying to figure out, then I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, because this is the kind of conversation we have here every single week. We don't talk about trends. We don't talk about what's in season. We talk about the deeper principles of style, the things that make a woman look and feel elegant, not just for a season, but for a lifetime. And if you know a woman in your life who has been struggling with her style, who gets dressed and feels like something is always off, who feels like she has too much and yet never enough, share this video with her. Because sometimes all it takes is one simple rule, one clear framework, one moment of, oh, that's all it is, and everything changes. 2 accessories. That's all it takes. Now go make your 2 choices and walk into your day knowing exactly who you are. I'll see you in the next one.